Good evening. Hello. Hello, everybody. Yahoo. Good evening. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Yahoo. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Okay, I will pause the music for just a few moments. But yeah, hello. Good evening, everybody. Hello there. Hello. How's everyone doing, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. I'm sorry, I did have to move yesterday's stream to today. I'm very sorry that I had to move it last minute. But today we are going to make a VRoid model for streamer code today. I know you guys have been wondering about how I make my VRoid models, so I will show you guys. Yeah, I'll show you guys right now. But hello, hello. All right, everybody, we're going to guess in the chat. We're going to do a poll right now. Okay, so, because today's a streamer code episode, we're going to do a poll first before we get started with learning how to make a VRoid model. But I do want to do a poll first. So, first of all, to ask Cookie Nation, do you know VRoid or have you ever heard of VRoid? So, let me type that out right now. Alright, yes or no? Okay. Alright, so I do have a chat question. So that's for right now. You guys can use the chat to be able to answer today's question. But for right now, we are gonna go over today's model. Okay, so let's start out with the basics of VRoid. So we have the different parts to VRoid. The first is the face. So the face, you can customize your eye sets, your eyebrows, eyelashes, irises, etc., etc. You can also customize the mouth, or you can also customize the nose. So we're going to make a VRoid model. In my case, I'm going to show you guys with an example, a practice model of how you could make the different eye sets. So you could choose from a variety of like presets. I meant presets, I'm sorry. So you could choose, let's go with this one. Let's go with something like this one. Or this one. Okay, I'm gonna go with let's see, this one. So I'm gonna go with this one. And you guys can see that you guys can customize the face. So let me show you. So I want to zoom it in closer so you guys can see what the face looks like. So you guys can see the face, right? You guys can see the face, right? Okay, so this is your face of VRoid. So you can customize it with the face sets. So if you want to start out with like a completely different face, you could customize it, or we could choose this one or this one. So what we're gonna do with this one, so let's see if we can customize the irises. So I'm gonna do this for right now, and I'm gonna customize the irises. So let's go on to a good example of how you can customize the irises. So you can use different layers to customize them. So we see in the color, there's the left eye, and then there's the right eye. And then we also have the shader color that you can use. But for this tutorial, I'll show you guys, there is a way you can edit the irises. So let me show you guys. So when you are working with the two sets of eyes, you want to use this tool right here. So you see this tool right over here? You want to make sure that they are of a very, very, very similar, yeah, I want to make sure they're very similar. So I'm going to go with that one. So let's go with making customized. Okay, so you can see right here that when you use this tool, you see how the eyes are in the exact same shape. So right over here, Cookie Nation, hold on, let me put on the music. So yeah, hold on, let me put on the music. Okay, so you guys see over here. So you want to make sure that they are the same shape. So use this icon right here. I really recommend you use this one so that they are similar. Alright, so yeah, you want to make sure they're similar. So especially when you're making a model, you really, really want to make sure that they are symmetrical to each other as much as you can. So if you do want to make it symmetrical, you can use this tool right over here. Alright, so let's customize. I'm gonna go with, I usually pick colors like yellow or brown. Let's go with different eye colors today. We're gonna go with this one. And I'll show you guys how I color in the eyes. So using this button as a way to make sure that they are on the same symmetric shape. But let me show you guys. You can also use another layer. So let me show you guys. So I'm actually going to do this in another layer so that it's easier to see. Alright, so over here, we colored it in on both areas. You could also do this. No outline. Okay. You guys see? So right over here, Cookie Nation, you guys can see the different layers of the eyes. Yeah. Okay. So let's go. I'm gonna use two different colors of green. So different shades of green. So one darker shade for the bottom of the eye and a lighter shade for for one half of the eye, and the other half is going to be a lighter shade. So first we're going to use, yeah. So first we're going to trace over. We're going to use this trace to trace over. We're going to use this brush to trace over these sides of the edges so that they look symmetrical. Not symmetrical, but that way they're in the lines. Then after this, I'm then going to draw kind of like a little U. You can also draw in here too, so let me show you a good example. So you can also draw on here too, so you can see what it will look like. Yeah, you guys can see over here, right? Yeah. Okay, what do you guys think so far, Cookie Nation? Alrighty, let's go with the next one. We're gonna use another shade of green. So I used 3 shades of green. So one for the iris and one for the overall eye. So I use a lighter shade for the top of the eye and then a darker shade for the bottom of the eye. And then after, we're gonna make the iris. So yeah, so I use 3 different shades of green. So I use 3 different shades of green to make the eye. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to make we're gonna complete the eye. So I'm gonna use a smaller brush this time. Okay, so you guys can see, let me zoom it out. So this time, you can see over here that they are symmetrical. So right now, you guys can see, Cookie Nation, that they are symmetrical. One side is symmetrical to the other. You want to make sure that when you do eyes especially, you want to make sure they are symmetrical. Yeah. Okay, next one. So now we're going to color in yeah, so let me see, what are they called? Oh yeah, those are called the slurs and the eye highlights. Oh yeah, that's what they're called. So I do apologize, they are called the eye highlights. So you do see right over here that there are different tools that you can use to customize the eyes. So the eye highlights is right over here. So if you guys want to erase that, you can also erase the eye highlights as well. Yeah. So let me erase them so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So now that the eye highlights are gone, we can redo the eye highlights. So let's use a smaller brush this time. And then we can also add So for our eye highlights, I want to show you guys that it is possible to make the eyes with the new VRoid. This is VRoid 1.70. So this is not the beta version. The beta. Not the beta, the beta version. This is the full-on version. Yeah. So beta. I think it's pronounced beta. Wait, Cookie Nation, it's pronounced beta, I think, right? I think it's pronounced beta. Okay, I'm just gonna pronounce it as beta. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce it. I know people pronounce it either way, but I think I'll just pronounce it as beta. Okay. I will pronounce it as beta. So, oh yeah. This is also a very good reference to use so that you can make sure that they're all within the eye itself. So yes, it is possible to make customized eyes with VRoid. So if you wanted to ever make your own faces in the new VRoid, you can use these different tools to make them. Okay, we're just gonna keep the scalars the way it is. Same with the eyebrows. We're gonna just change them to black. Next one are the eyelids. So you can see right over here the eyelids. So let me show you guys what happens if you were to erase the eyelids. So you see right over here how the eyelids are gone? Yeah. So I'm gonna keep them on though, but I'm just demonstrating what would happen if the eyelids were to be gone completely. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions, any concerns, Cookie Nation? You guys have any questions, any concerns, just let me know. Yeah. So, yeah. So if you guys have any questions, any concerns, just let me know in the chat. Yeah. So this is not the beta version or the beta version. This isn't the beta version. This is the, I think this, okay. I am so sorry, Cookie Nation. I am very sorry. Okay. So, let's go on to the eyeliner. Now it's time to go to the eyeliner. So for this one, I am going to change up the eyeliner. So let me show you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna use this brush. Okay. Actually, this brush to make it a lot easier. So I'm gonna show you guys so if you guys ever want to redo the eyelids or the eyeliner, not the eyelids, the eyeliner, we'll show you guys how it's done. So let me see. So I'm gonna use a smaller brush for this, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Now we're gonna use a bigger brush. Okay. Okay. So, if you ever wanted to change your eyeliners, you guys can do that. I'm gonna change it back so I can show you guys the eyeliners, yeah? Yeah, of course. So, now we're going to go on to the next one, which are the eyelashes. And yes, those are possible to remove by using this texture. I'll demonstrate it. See? Oh, and yes, you also can have two different irises, so it is possible. So let me show you guys. So if I ever wanted to create a character with one green eye and one blue eye, it is possible. So let me show you guys. So I will use this. So I'm gonna redo the entire eye this time around. And as you can see, what happens to the irises, so if you do your eye highlights right over here, it doesn't affect the irises, which makes it a lot more organized when you're doing your models. I'm gonna change it back. Don't worry. So after this. So is it trying to figure out how to show you guys how to do different color irises. So if you guys ever want to create different characters in VRoid using different color irises, like if your character has, for example, a blue eye and a green eye, like I'm doing right now, and then for the iris, you can change it to a different character. Yeah. So you guys can see right here that they are different colors now. Okay. Let me change it back. Hold on. Oh goodness. Hold on. Alrighty. Yeah, I think I'll keep the green eyes after. Let's go back to... Yeah, so you guys can see it is possible to edit the eyelashes using the different tools, the custom tools. Alright, so now that I showed you guys the eyeliner, the eyelashes, let's focus on the nose. So, alright, so we're going to edit the nose next. So you can see, if you look very closely, it is right over here. If you ever wanted to design like a character that has a nose, it is possible to actually make like a little nose. So let's say, for example, if your character was to have let me see. So what's an example of a VTuber design? Like, okay, so let's say, for example, if your character was to have a clown nose. So if your character were to have a clown nose, so what you could do is this. So let me show you. So you could overlap it. And just design a little clown nose right over here. I do apologize if I do pronounce things wrong. Please let me know. I don't know, chat. I don't know if it's pronounced beta or beta. I don't know if it's pronounced beta or beta. I pronounced it as beta, but I'm not sure if it's pronounced as beta or beta. Feel free to let me know in the chat how it's pronounced. Yeah, so this is a good example of what you can do with noses. So if your character was like a clown, for example, you could redo the nose. Or you could also erase it as well, so you can use this eraser and then redraw on the nose you want using the brush types. So you see over here now, the nose looks very different, huh? But what if your character has a mask? That's not a problem. So let me show you guys. If your character was to ever have like a mask, let me show you guys how to draw it. So you could draw the mask using this tool again. This is very handy for when you're drawing VRoid characters, especially, so that it is symmetrical. So I'm gonna draw a face mask. So if you guys would ever create characters that have face mask, I'll show you guys how they're done. So you can use this brush. If you guys ever wanted to learn how to create like little face mask accessories for your character. Yeah, for a lot of things, like when you're creating your VRoid models, I really would recommend to really have this tool, especially when you're creating hair. So now what we're gonna do to demonstrate it is to get rid of the mouth. So let me show you guys. how you can do that. So you can also, so there's two versions. So the first one is the mouth inside and the mouth outside. So the mouth outside is simply just called mouth, and the mouth inside, that's what it's called. So you really want to make sure, especially if you're creating characters that have like face mask, you really want to make sure, Cookie Nation, that you not only get rid of the just mouth over here, but also the inside of the mouth as well. Alright, so now let me show you guys what would happen if I were to create a character let's say a face mask character. So it is possible to delete layers, yeah, it is possible. And then we're gonna go on to the lips. It is possible to remove like the lips, for example. So if you want your character to not have like any cheeks, like cheek colors, or if you don't want your character to have any lips, and yeah, you can use different layers to present the mouth. Alright. So yeah, you can also delete the layers too, so that you can design the character into the character you want it. So if you want to create a character with no mouth, wearing that they're wearing a face mask, yeah, you could do that. You could do that. Yeah. Hello, Edit. Hello. Hey, Edit. Thank you so much for coming to today's streamer code. Today we are making a VRoid model. So today's streamer code episode, we are learning how to make a VRoid model. So we're just getting to the face part right now. Yeah, but thank you so much for coming. So we are demonstrating right now the face. So we're learning how to make each different parts in chunks, so you guys can make your guys' own VRoid models if you guys ever want to become VTubers. So right now what I'm showing you guys is how to create the mask. So if your character would ever wear a face mask, for example, let's say my character in VTuber form has a face mask, it is possible to do that via like the mouth or the nose, so that you can make the character with a mask. Yeah. So if you were to make mouth accessories like with 1.70, it is possible to create like face mask with the texture editor. So the new VRoid, they also call it the new VRoid, but because before then they used to have the beta or beta version. I think it's beta. Yeah, I think it's beta, chat. I think it's beta. I think it's pronounced beta. But in the beta version, I don't have the beta version on here, but I do have the beta version. I think on my other computer. Alright, so let me say hello. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, for new versions of VRoid, you can make face mask accessories using the mouth or the nose. So for this one, I used the nose contour to make the face mask. And then I also worked with the mouth and the mouth inside to make the face mask accessory. So if your character would ever wear a face mask, you could do that. Also earlier, I showed you guys how to make the irises. Yeah? So yeah. Okay, so let me show you guys how you can edit the skin part. So if you were to ever create a character, so let's say if the character you have has, okay, so let me show you guys. So if the character you have has like a mark, that for your VTuber avatar, so for your VTuber avatar, if your character would ever have like a mark, it is possible to create it using the skin texture. So let me show you guys. So in this case, let me see. So it is possible to do that, Cookie Nation, using the skin texture, yeah? So it is possible, Cookie Nation, it is possible. You can use the skin texture to make the mark. Like, if you have marks for your character, it's possible to do that using the texture editor, using the skin texture. Okay. So, I'm not going to save this. I just wanted to show you guys as an example. Actually, I'll save this one. That would be convenient if I were to ever make characters that have, like, face masks in the future. So next one. Let's check out the polls first. So far we're hearing no. Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know what VRoid is, VRoid is a program and it's an application where you can make different characters. Whether it's like for Miku Miku Dance, or you could use it for making your VTuber model. Like, let me show you guys my VTuber model. So my model was made using VRoid, as you guys can see. Yeah. So it is possible to create clothes, and I'm gonna show you guys in just a few moments. I want to make sure I get through all of the face first before we go on to the hairstyle. Alright, now it's time to go on to face paint. So let me show you guys how it is possible to edit for face paint. So if your character wants to have face paint, you can go to edit texture. So let's see, if my character would have like little hearts, I could possibly do that. So let me show you guys how I made my previous model. So when I debuted as a VTuber back in 2020, let me show you guys how I made glasses at the time. So I would use this brush, and to make the glasses, I would use this. Okay, let me show you guys. And to make the glasses, hold on, I'd use this to make the glasses. So that was how I made glasses at the time, Cookie Nation. So this was how I made glasses at the time. Yeah. With the new version of VRoid, you can add glasses to your character, and I'm gonna show you guys that later on. But for right now, we're going to make the face paint. So if your character were to have, like, let's say red face paint, I'll change it to this color. So you could use this one, actually, Cookie Nation, to make your face paint. Oh yeah, major tip, when you are doodling in, you want to make sure you get all the details in as well, so that your character looks polished. So you want to make sure this is all colored in. Yeah. So let me show you. You can also do this as well. So I'm going to show you guys with a slightly bigger brush. How you can do face paints. So let me show you guys. So if you were to make a character like this, you could actually add like the red face paint, as you guys can tell right over here. But yeah, Edit, thank you so much for coming. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day, Edit. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. And actually, Cookie Nation, we did reach 50 Cookie Buddies on Twitter. Thank you. I mean, YouTube. So thank you for 50 Cookie Buddies on YouTube. I really do appreciate it. I might do a celebratory stream next week where we talk about plans for YouTube live streams in the future. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see. We'll see. But let me show you guys with the face paint how I used to make glasses. So this was back in 2020. This was when I was brand new to VRoid. So I would use face paint. I just draw on the glasses just like this. Yeah. This was how I made glasses back then. A lot different than nowadays. You see? So, at the time when I first started using VRoid, I had very limited knowledge of it. Yeah, I did show you guys the model, right? Did I show you guys the model from back then? Did I? Yeah, I think I did. think I did. Okay. But that's a good demonstrator of how to use face paint. So you can use these different brush types. So I usually use, when I use different brushes, I usually use, let me show you guys. What brushes I usually use. So I usually use this brush. Or when I'm making, okay, so let's say for example, if I was to make, so usually I use this brush, like for the eyes, for example. You could also use this one if you were to also do the eyes, or you could also add like details or effects. Now this one. Now I don't use this often, so I'm just using the head as an example of the different brushes so you guys can see how the brushes work in action. So we're gonna start off with this brush. So you can see over here, I'm gonna make the brush width at 50 so you guys can see better. So you guys can see how each brush is different. So this brush would be really good for making, like, for example, your eyes. And this would also be good for making eyes as well. Like, if you wanted to make your eyes have more detail. But I usually use this brush for detail. Yeah? Alright, so let me show you. So this one is another really good brush to use if you're making eyes. You can see that there's a little bit of a glow effect. Right, next one. So if you were gonna make, like, let's say if you wanted to remake the eyebrows or do the eyelids, this brush is a really good brush to use. Let me show you. You can also use it for some clothes as well. And last but not least, this one. I don't really use this one that much. But this one is really good for shading, or if you wanted to, yeah. Yeah, so if you wanted to put details, like for example, let me show you guys. Using all these brushes. So I'm gonna draw on the face so you guys can see how the brushes work. So this could be used to paint the sky. And then for clouds, we could use something like this. And then if you wanted to create like a sunset, we could do something like this. And then for this one, if we wanted to make the ocean, we could do this one. So you guys can see how each brush overlaps in a different way, yeah, Cookie Nation? You guys can definitely see that, right? Okay, so I'm gonna be closing the poll after we go over the face, because I'm gonna be asking you guys a different question. Yeah. So after we go over the face, we will be ending the poll. And then we're gonna ask you guys a different question, Cookie Nation. Okay. So You can't see over here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. So, for example, when I was gonna combine these two colors, they blend in together. So, if you ever wanted to have the brushes give them a little bit more of a detail, you could use different brushes. To overlap. And you can see how they're overlapping on the clouds as well. So right here, the brushes are overlapping, giving them more of a detail. Okay. Alrighty, so we're not gonna save that, but I just wanted to show you guys. And yes, you can also use this too. So if you were to ever create a different character, you could use the presets as well. Like for your mustaches. For like little whiskers if your character's a cat. With the band-aid. Etc. Or even a kissing. A kiss. If your character has a kiss. Right over here. Yeah. Wait. What do they call those? Wait, what do they call that, Cookie Nation? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, it's called a kiss lip print. Okay, that's what they call it. Okay, so this is a lip print. Alrighty, so we're gonna end the poll now because I'm gonna ask another question. So, does everybody understand? Yeah, so does everybody understand? VRoid and how the different parts work in the face? Everybody understands? Thumbs up in the chat? Alright, so let me ask the chat right now. Alright. Okay, so you can actually do the face print. Oh, and I forgot to show you one more thing before we go. This one is the expression editor. So if you were to ever create a character, you could also edit the expressions to be different. So let me show you. So you could do smiling. You could do sad, angry, happy. You can also do happy, right? Although if you were gonna do a character with the happy, we would have to remove This one. Right over here. So yeah, it is possible. We would have to remove the eye highlight if we were gonna do that. Same with the left eye. Surprised? Yeah, so it is possible. You can actually adjust the eyes. So if your character would have slightly bigger eyes, you could possibly use open wide to make your character have bigger eyes if your character does have that. Right? Everybody understand in the chat? You guys all good? Okay, chat. You guys all good? Alright, so if you guys are all good, then let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna keep the open wide though. Let's go on to hair. So, in VRoid there are different sets of hair. First we're gonna see what hairstyle would best fit the character. So, let's go on with the presets that are available. So, they do have hairstyles such as this. Braids. You can also do twin tails. Bun. Etc. Oh yeah, let me show you guys. So, you can adjust the front and the back. And yes, you can actually adjust the character. But what if I want to create an entirely new hairstyle? I would want to start with a base. So let's go on with a base so that we can make it easier to figure out how to do the hairstyle. So let's do the front of the hair. Yep, so this is what I did last time. So, as you guys can see last time, I used different highlights to make the character. But let me show you guys. So, if I want to create an entirely new hairstyle, I'm going to change it to black so I can show you guys how you guys can do them. So, front of the hair, you definitely want to have this guide so you can really figure out how to do the strands of hair. And then the highlight color and then the outline color. So, to do the front of hair, I'm going to start with so you guys can see over here how each of the different brushes work. So, as you guys can tell, you guys cannot edit the hair unless this is clicked on. So you see with the selection, this is what happens. So, if you were to be able to use the brush and you don't click on the group, nothing will happen. But if you click on the group, you can edit your hair. Now for Hair, I really recommend this tool over here so that you can make your hair as symmetrical as possible. So we're gonna give our little example character a front of the hair. What do you guys think? So this is the front of the hair. Yeah. So, let me show you guys. Let me do another poll. Hold on. So, let's do a poll. So, let's see. So, what type of I'm trying to figure out the question. So, I'm trying to figure this out. So, what part of the VRoid tutorial do you want us to go over today? So you can go over the face. We'll go over the hair, clothing, let's see. So I'm trying to do a poll. I'm sorry. Okay, so accessories. Then we'll ask Cookie Nation. So I want to hear, what do you guys want us to go over? Yeah, so what do you guys want us to go over? Because we just went through the face and right now we're going over the hair. Yeah. And then just save it. You just save it as new item or overwrite it. But we're gonna close without saving. Yeah. We're trying to show you guys how to do it. Alrighty. Next one. It's the back of the hair. So, let me show you guys the back of the hair as an example from a character I've done on stream, on my Twitch stream. So if you want to customize the back of your hair, you can do that. It is possible. We're going to use the same guide again, but we're going to go to the back of the hair this time. So let's see, if our character was going to have so our first little hair right here. So to do the hair, let me show you guys. So you want to make sure the hair is in an area that's not occupied. So you see how this is not an occupied area? Yeah. So we're just gonna draw on the hair like this. So let me show you guys. So yes, you can adjust the width. So I'm gonna change the width to a smaller width. And then for the parameters, we could change it to 0.02. So yeah, it is possible. You can change it. So you could do something like straight for the hair. And then you could do wavy. I'll show you guys curly. So again, let me show you guys again. So you see how I can't edit it? So I cannot edit this unless if the group is turned on. So the freehand group or the procedural hair group has to be turned on, meaning that you have to click on the exact group before you guys could start on the hair, yeah? Okay, so let me show you guys. So if you wanted to make curly hair, you could do this. So if your character has curly hair, let me show you guys. So you could do curly hair. So straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, so if you wanted to make a character with a bun, for example, like a messy bun, you could do something like this. So let me show you guys. So we're gonna use a different color for the hair though, so you guys can see better. So if you want to make a bun, for example, so you would start with a big circle and kind of make like a little swell, and then from here on out you can use the rest of the width to make your hair. So it's kind of a wacky hairstyle for this one, but I'm showing you guys that it is possible. To make wacky hairstyles using the brushes. So now we're going to use this tool to show you guys why it is important, especially if you are going to make VRoid characters. So earlier I showed you guys that it wasn't symmetrical on both sides. While as, let me show you guys, while as this one, there's a huge difference. because it is symmetrical on both sides, it is a lot more symmetrical on both sides compared to what we did earlier. So with that being said, let me show you guys with the brush the different types of hair again. Straight, wavy, and yes, of course you can make curly hair. Now, if you were to ever make like a braid, for example, I definitely would recommend to use that tool. Especially if you're gonna make like braids. Or, let me show you guys another thing you can use it for. Oh. Okay. So if we were to ever make a character with twin tails, that could be possible, see? That's a huge difference right there. So you see how symmetrical it is? If you were to create like a character with symmetrical, you want to make sure it is symmetrical. Now, there is an exception, however, to this. So if your character, for example, has asymmetrical hair, and I'll show you guys a good example of asymmetrical. Hey Barbatos, how are you? Thank you so much for coming. Yep, so I will show you guys the accessories in just a few moments, so after we do the hair. Hello Barbatos, thank you for coming. Thank you. How's the model making? We're doing good. So actually, we are showing you guys how to make a VRoid model today. So it's kind of like a little tutorial on VRoid, yeah? But thank you so much for coming, Barbatos. Hello, hello. Yeah, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So earlier, we actually made the eyes and the face using VRoid, and now you can customize it. Let me show you guys other ways you can use to make a hair. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do apologize. We don't have the hydrate today. Yeah, we don't have the hydrate today. Next stream. Next stream maybe we'll have the hydrate. Yeah, I'll probably do the hydrate again. So let me show you guys. So there are exceptions to this, of course. So let's say if your character were to have asymmetrical hair, like, it is possible. So now it is understandable if your character has asymmetrical hair. Of course, there are exceptions. Like, for example, if the character you have has one curly ponytail or pigtail and one straight hair ponytail or pigtail, pigtail or twin tails. Of course, there are exceptions. But yeah, most characters, when they make the hair, they would use this little tool right over here to create the hair. Does make a world of difference when you're creating your model. Yeah, we're gonna go over the accessories today too. Yeah, so this is kind of like a little tutorial, like going over how to make a model in VRoid and stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys the VRoid as well. So yeah, very important. When you guys make a model in VRoid, always click this group. Otherwise, it is not gonna work. When you guys are creating your guys' models with the hair, you want to always click on the freehand group or the procedural hair guides. Otherwise, it is not going to work. So, you guys can see. Very nice. Guides for the hair. Okay, so let me show you guys. Yeah, so especially you want to make sure, especially if you're doing hair, to make sure to really do your best to try to get as much of the spots as possible. So yeah, we'll save this. Oh, important actually. Yeah, so here's the hair as a good example, Cookie Nation. Yeah, what do you guys think? All right, I'm gonna hydrate. Hold on. Thanks again for the hydrate, Barbados. Really appreciate it. Okay, so let's save the hair. We'll save that as a new item. So yeah, just show you guys as an example of how you can create your guys' hair. The overall hair is very good if you're creating different characters. So let me show you guys. You can't do customs, it is possible. So let me show you guys real quick of how it is possible to do the overall hair. So I'll show you guys and I'll demonstrate it. So if you were to ever make, like, let's say a hat, you could use overall hair actually, Cookie Nation. So fun fact, when you're creating your character, if you want your character to wear a hat, you can use overall hair to make it. So for example, let me show you guys. See? So like if you want to make like a beret, for example, you could use overall hair to make the hair accessories. Of course, you could also go over yeah. So yeah, earlier I did showcase how to make the hat, yeah, Cookie Nation. By the way, what version of VRoid is this? So the version of VRoid, let me type it in the chat so you guys can see, is version 1.70. So I will type it in the chat right now. 1.70. This is the full version. And it's not the beta. So not the beta version. This is the full version, yeah? So is it beta or beta? Wait, chat, is it beta or beta? I believe it's beta. Okay. But yeah, I did showcase how you can make overall hair. Next one is the extensions. So if your character would ever have like little twin tails, you could possibly do that. Or like little hair extensions. You could definitely do that. Or let me show you guys a hair extension. So, if you were to ever make like a little hat, you can use a hair extensions. So let me show you guys. So, if you guys ever wanted to make like hair extensions, let me show you guys. So if your character, for example, were to have like a halo and you want it to be a halo, let me show you guys how to make that. So you can use the extensions to make it. So for this one, we're gonna turn off the symmetrical because we're just making the little circle, kind of like a little halo for our character. See? So if you ever wanted to make a halo, like your character had a little halo in VRoid, it is possible to do that with extensions or like extra hair. Yeah. Yeah, it is possible. Alright, hold on, let me hydrate. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, so you guys can see over here, right? The little halo. Alrighty. So you guys can see it, right? Let me show you. Let me show you. Yep, so you can see it over there. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. So, right over here is the little halo, yeah? There's the halo, right over there. Alrighty, so let's go on to... Does everybody understand? Okay, so we're gonna go over the accessories. You guys wanna go over that? Okay, we're gonna go over that later on. But for right now, let's go over the rest of the hair. We still have some more hair to talk about, yeah? Yeah, we're gonna show you guys how to make the clothing as well, like customize the clothing, yeah? We're gonna go over that in just a few moments too. But for right now, let's go on to our... We're gonna say that as a new item for now. We're gonna say that as a new item, yeah? So we can use that for practice, like to make halos in the future. Yeah. I did actually made a headband a while back. And it is possible to edit the texture. So let me show you guys. So... Hold on. So let me turn off the window capture for a bit. So you guys can see. So... If you look very closely at my headband, you can see right over here, if you see very closely, right, if you look very closely, you can see there's a headband right over here. So that was made using hair. All right. Okay. Alright. So, now you guys pretty much understand about like the different types of things that you can do with hair. Oh! You can make horns? Yeah, you can actually. Let me show you guys how to make horns using hair. So let me show you guys. So we're gonna go on to make horns. So yeah, it is possible to make horns. Let me show you guys. So we can use a brush to make the horns. Okay. To make the horns, you can use extensions to make the horns, yeah, Cookie Nation? Okay, so to make the horns, you can go on to like a new material right over here. Create like the little horns. Yeah. It's possible actually. You guys see? So it is possible to actually make like horns using extensions or like overall hair. Yeah. Alright, hold on. Let me hydrate. Hold on. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for the hydrates. I really do appreciate them. Okay. Demo how to make wings and swords. Yeah, we can. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Alright. Let's make wings. Okay. So if you guys ever want to make wings, go on to a new group of hair. And we can use this color. For the highlight, I'm going to use this one. Okay, so did you guys all know that like the back of the hair can be used to make like different accessories? Yeah. Okay, so let me show you guys. Hold on. Okay, so to make wings, you can use the back of the hair. Let me show you guys. So, you can use extensions to make hair too. Let me turn off the back of the hair so you guys can see. So, now we're gonna go on to this one. Let's move down. So, to make wings, we can go over here. Okay, so I'm gonna actually use a different color wings. So if I wanted to make like little small wings, you could use the back of the hair if possible. Or you could also use, let me show you guys a little example. Let me show you guys. So this one is called side hair. So if your character does not have side hair, or you could use a hoge, you can actually make your characters have like little wings. So let me go to a hoge. We're gonna go on to, yeah, so all of the unused hair, Cooky Nation, can actually be used to make like wings, for example. Let me show you guys. So a hoge, if your character does not have an hoge, for example, can be used to make wings. So let me show you. So like wings, for example, with this brush, we'll take a brush and we will, so I'm just using this as an example. So if you have like an ahoge, your character does not have an ahoge, we can use this to make wings. So let's do that. So these are tiny wings though. We're gonna use this tool again to make them symmetrical. You see? Yep, they can be used for wings. But you want to make sure, especially if you do make wings, you want to make sure that both groups are moved in the place that you want them to move. Right here. See? So extra hair, like ahoges for example, or like overall hair, can actually be used to make wings. Interesting, huh? Yeah. Did you guys actually knew that it's actually interesting how you can actually use unused like ahoge? Like if your character doesn't have an ahoge or overall hair can actually be used to make wings. Yeah. As for the sword, let me show you guys. For the sword, it's the same thing. But we could use like the glasses, which I can definitely demonstrate it a little bit later. But let me show you guys how to make a sword using hair. So, alright. Thank you so much for the hydrate again. I really do appreciate it. So, with extra hair, you could use it to make like swords, for example. So, go onto your freehand group. And let's make like a little... So this is not a sword. This is more like oh yeah, they look more like cheer palms. And then if you have specific hair you don't want, you can just delete them. But yes, I'm using the cheer pom-poms to show you guys that you can actually use hair to make swords as well. So unused hair like ahoge, for example, can be used to make hair. Alright, I'm going to close without saving because I'm going to move on to the next one. Thank you so much for your support, Barbatos. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. Extra hair. Yes, so let me show you. So extra hair can be used to make like little accessories for your character. Or you can use it to make like a sword. Let me show you guys. So now let me show you guys with the extra hair that it is possible to make accessories with it. So we're gonna change it to a different color so that we can see. Again, we're gonna use this symmetrical tool. So, using extra hair, we can actually make like a little small sword. You guys see? Yeah. Interesting, huh? So let me show you guys a good example. I know it doesn't really look like a sword, but that's okay. The point is that extra hair can actually be used to make little accessories for your character. Definitely looks more like a light stick than a sword. Let me just say it's a light stick. So you guys now see? It's like a little sword, kind of. Yeah, so you can use extra hair to make that as well, yeah? Yeah. Okay. So, let's go on to the next one. We're gonna save this one this time. We're just gonna use extra hair. Okay. The last one is base hair, which can actually be customized. And yes, it is possible to customize the base hair. Yeah. So if your character has like a specific hair, I really recommend to look into the base hair. If you were gonna make a character, really try your best to really figure out like the hair color of the character and then try to match it with theirs. Alright. Now we're gonna go on. So this is the body. So you can't customize it to how you want your character to be. So if your character, for example, has like a mark, you can't do that with the body. So you can go to edit texture and then customize the character from there on out. I made a VRoid model long time ago. I wish I could show you that. That's okay, that's okay. Feel free to show me the VRoid model on the Discord. I'll be more than happy to see it. Alright. Now the moment you guys have been waiting for. The clothing. So, before we can start customizing the clothes, let's go on to the whole sets. So we could choose different presets of clothes. And we can customize the top. So let's see. We're gonna do a simple t-shirt to show you guys how it works. I'll show you guys. So, choose template. So, when you customize your clothes, you're gonna be picked from a variety of templates. So, you have templates ranging from the uniform vest to the t-shirts to hoodies to cardigans, jackets, coats, etc. So you guys can see different templates. Yeah? You guys can see them, right? Alrighty. Yeah, so you can actually do that using the templates. So let me show you guys. So for this tutorial, we're gonna use a simple t-shirt. So for the base color, we're gonna do a simple base color, and then we're just gonna do Yahoo on the t-shirt. But if you really want to customize it, you could make a new layer. And yes, if you are gonna make it for the purpose of VTubing, I really recommend to use the skin mask. And here is why. So, I really recommend that when you guys are going to be using it to make your guys VTuber models, I really recommend the skin mask. So the reason why I recommend the skin mask, especially, is because if you're gonna be using your models to make like Miku Miku dance or VTubing, the skin mask will be able to help you figure out, yeah, it'll be able to make it a lot easier to blend it with the hair and other accessories. So, especially if you're going to make Miku Miku dance models, or if you're going to be using them for VTubing, I really recommend to not skip out on skin mask. Very important. Especially if you're going to make a VTuber model or a Miku Miku dance. So, highly recommended. So, I really recommend Cooky Nation to use the skin mask to make it a lot easier for the accessories, like the hair, to be visible to your character. Because what happens if you don't have the skin mask is then it's gonna be a kind of a little hard to see. And then in some cases, the hair may actually bleed within your clothes. In some cases. So, really important, guys, especially if you're going to make a model for VTubing, use the skin mask. Don't skip out on the skin mask if you're going to be using it for like Miku Miku dance or something. Alright, let's go on to bottoms. So, I'm gonna go on with an entirely new layer. And I'll show you guys how to make the bottoms. So, you can actually draw on the skin. Let me show you guys. So, it is possible to draw on the skin. Okay, there are pros and cons, of course, to drawing on the skin, though. Like, directly. So, it is not going to get everything. So, as you can see, right over here, you want to make sure all of these gaps are all filled. Okay. And then let's go on to the back part. You want to make sure that, especially that if your character, for example, is wearing pants, you want to make sure you do it on the back and the front. That really depends on your character, but in this case, if we are doing pants, for example, make sure both the back and the front are covered. It's easier to just get the entire clothes texture than edit it using Photoshop. Yeah, so you can actually do the texture on VRoid, and let me show you guys. So, if you wanted to make effects on your clothes, you can do this. But if you do have skin textures, there is a really good program that you can use to make your so let me show you guys. So the character, the program, there is a program that you can use for this. It is a great alternative to programs like Photoshop. But I use this quite a lot for making texture. So it is on sale now. So if you guys can feel free to get it, you guys can get it. But this is what it's called. It's called Clip Studio Paint. So, and yes, it does support Photoshop format. Yeah. There are a lot of alternatives that you can use for Photoshop. But yeah, this is pretty much on how to do like the pads and the bottoms. The tops and the bottoms. Right, next one is dresses. So dresses can be customized. So it is possible to use the edit texture to make your character like with a pre-designed dress. So for example, if I were to make like a maid character, I could use the pre-textures to edit them. So if I wanted to do that, for example. And yes, a huge fun fact is that you can actually use different textures all in one. So the shoes, the top, and the bottom can actually all be in the same texture. So I'm just demonstrating it. Let me show you guys a recent example. Alright. This is a good example of what I'm talking about. Interesting, huh? So I made this on my stream actually recently. Yeah. Alright. Looks like I gotta hydrate again. Alright, hold on. Let me hydrate. Hold on. Alright, okay, so let's go on to the next one. Next one are neck accessories. So, now, you can actually create different neck accessories for your character. So you could either use a preset or you could use a template. And these are all the different templates that are available. So let's go with a string tie. And then we could use it to make like different designs on there. So, I'll show you guys. So if I wanted to make like little peppermint string bows, I could do that. I'm gonna zoom it in so you guys can see. How it works. You can see and yes, you can draw on the skin. It is possible. So let me show you guys how it would work if I were to do it with the symmetric tool. You see? Yeah. Yeah, you can do that actually. It is possible. Alright, we're gonna end the poll, so hold on. We're gonna end the poll. Okay. Okay, so the poll has ended. So we're gonna go over the accessories. Yeah. Alright. Next one is... There's 2 more we gotta go over. Actually, 3 more. So let's go over the shoes. I'm actually going to change up the shoes so you guys can see a good example of what the shoes look like. And the socks as well. These are the shoes I did from the last stream. They're kind of like canvas shoes. And then I'll show you guys the edited texture so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you can actually edit, like over here for example. So if your shoe does not have any like shoelaces, you can do that. You could use like little shoes to make like your canvas shoes, the sole, so the inside and outside of the shoe. See? Right over here. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's go on to a good example. Let me demonstrate it. I just wanted to use it as an example. Custom. We're gonna go on to make boots as a good example. So, if I wanted to make boots, I could do something like this. Yeah, something like this, for example. Alrighty, so next one. Inner top. So we're almost done, guys, with the entire outfits, and then we're gonna go on to the moment you guys have been waiting for, which is the accessories. I know it's a lot to go over, so I'm very sorry. It is a lot to go over. But I wanted to demonstrate it so that you guys can see how it works. Oh! I forgot to go over the arm accessories. Let me show you guys. So... I'm gonna turn off the custom item. And then we'll just use this one. And then for the extensions, we'll just save this as a new item. But we'll turn it off. We'll turn it off. We'll turn it off. Okay, so let's go on to... We have a couple more to go over. The arm accessories. So, let me demonstrate it. So, arm accessories can actually be used to make gloves. Let me zoom it in as an example. So, let me zoom it in as an example. So if you were, for example, wanting to make like fingerless gloves, let me zoom it in. You could basically use this. Now, when you are doing like fingerless gloves and you want it on both sides, I really recommend to yeah, I really recommend you guys use that tool if you guys are gonna use it to like make like fingerless gloves, for example. Okay. That's not the best, but I just wanted to show you guys and demonstrate it for you guys how it would work. Alright. Then I should edit the texture. Alright, so I'm going to change it to this one. Alright, so now inner bottom. So if you ever wanted to create a character, you can use the inner bottom. Yep. Hello! Oh, Q! Hello, Q! Hello! Hey, Q! Hello, Q! Hello! hello, Q! Thank you so much for coming! Hello, Nya! Hello, Yaho! Hello, Nya! 3D model, nice. Yeah, today we are demonstrating how to make a VRoid model, guys. So it's kind of like a little tutorial. Thank you for coming, Q. Alright, so let me show you guys. So, there are different ways you can make like an inner bottom. So, I'm gonna show you guys and demonstrate it for you guys. Okay, so if you ever wanted to do like a design, you can just draw like this. Alright, but I think it should be pretty straightforward. You can always change it using like the jaw texture, like different brushes. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm gonna go on to the socks. We have one more to go over, and that's socks. So let me show you guys the socks from the last example. So you can actually use like presets and then make them your own. So let's go on to the presets. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so let's go on. Let's use this brush this time. Then, yeah, so you can actually make VRoid models. They're kind of like a program where you use like 3D. So let me do a simple heart design. So I'm gonna use this symmetrical brush. So yeah, you can see. Thank you so much, Q. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I want to do more. I want to do more YouTube live streams. Maybe one day I will. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. So I'm gonna save this one. I think this one's pretty cute. The socks are pretty cute, I think. Pretty cute socks. Alright, let's go on to the moment you guys have been waiting for. So, with the accessories, you can add glasses, or you can also add like, yeah. So I'm using a sample model that I've made. I made the hair earlier, so let me show you guys. So I did say that you guys could use hair to make it, but let me show you guys another way that you guys can make like little accessories using accessories. So the texture editor, you could use glasses. So let's change it. All right, let's change them. So we're gonna remove this texture. So let's go on to make our little accessories. So we're gonna use this tool, and then we're going to, so if you guys ever wanted to create like a little accessory for your VRoid model, you could use accessories like the glasses to make your accessory. So we're gonna use these sides of the glasses. Alright guys, what do you guys think? Okay, so let's go on to our design. Yeah, so if you guys want to see it without the template, you guys can just click on this button and it'll remove everything except for the textures that you've done. Is it possible to create like little hair clips using accessories? Could be possible. So we cannot move them until we go onto here. So we're gonna use these ones. Let's put it right over here. So yeah, that's evidence right here that it is possible to use some of the accessories to make some accessories for your models. Like in this case, the glasses. I'm gonna edit the texture once again. I'm gonna erase something so that you guys can see better. Okay, let me see. So let me show you guys. Yeah, so you guys can see better. that it is possible to create accessories using the glasses, yeah? It is possible, Cookie Nation. It is possible. It is possible, Cookie Nation. It is possible. Alright, everybody. Let's go on to the next step, which is the ears. So let me show you guys. We're gonna use cat ears for this one. So, again, editing the textures. Go onto your eraser and edit like this. So we're gonna use this one to make sure that we figure out what our texture wants to look like. Or we could also change it with the brush width. So let's see if we could use maybe one ear. We keep one color of the ear and then we'll keep it to a different color. So there's two ways. We could either do something like this. Or if you wanted to do both ears, I'll show you guys a way that you guys can actually use it to make the same color of the ears. So, and yeah, you can also remove one ear. So if you guys ever wanted to see if it's possible to remove one ear, for example, like your character only has one ear, it is possible. Like, or you could maybe use the eraser to make it like your character doesn't really have the ears. Like this. And then let's change it to that. Maybe it would have one cat ear. And then we could do the other one like a rabbit ear. Okay. And yes, you can actually make accessories with it. Again, it is possible. Let's do rabbit ears. We're gonna edit texture once again. Go on to our rabbit ears. Again, we want to make it the same color as our cat ear. Okay. Go on to the default design. And we're going to erase it. So let me show you guys. So to draw on the skin, it's possible to draw on the skin. Let me show you guys. See? Something like this could actually be interesting, huh? Like a half cat, half rabbit. Interesting, huh? Alrighty. So let's go on to... Actually, we'll design on one of them so you guys can see how it works. We'll use this brush. We'll use the brush width of about 19. I'll show you guys how possible it is to edit with the brush. So we'll do a little heart over here. And you guys see on the back. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. So let's remove our cat ear and our rabbit ear. And then we'll... Actually, let's delete them. Actually, no, we can remove them. Alright. So we are almost there. So, the shade softness can be changed depending on the character. So if we want to do a shade softness of 1000, we could do that. Or shading area, we could also change it to there. So if you don't want your character to have a certain amount of shading area, let me zoom in so you guys can see. So you guys see? It changes your face, yeah? I'm gonna change the outfit. I'm gonna change an outfit. Hold on. Okay. And then I'll remove the neck accessories. So I'm using the presets of the clothes. So you guys can adjust the shading area, the softness, or you can reduce the hardness of the shading. You could also use like shading areas of the hair. Same with the body. Body can be adjusted with the shading area. Same with the eye alignment. But just playing around with them. And then bones. Yeah. You can definitely edit them. Alright. And yes, it is possible to take a picture of it. So with this camera, you can take a picture of your model. And then you can also export your model. We're not going to be showcasing that one though. We're not going to be demonstrating that though. But as you guys can see, your guys' models can be exported using Miku Miku Dance or like VC Face. Okay. Did you get through all the tutorial for VRoid? I think we did. I think we got through everything. So let's go on to our window capture. Okay. All right, everybody. All right. So, I have a couple announcements. So, as you guys know, on Twitter, we have officially reached 50 Cooky Buddies on YouTube. Thank you so much for 50 on YouTube and 60 on Reality. Thank you so much for you guys' love and support. I am very, very, very honored that we were able to reach that amount. And I'm very thankful for all of you guys coming and your guys' love and support. So thank you all so much. It really, really, really makes my day. Thank you all so much for your guys' love and support. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you for 50 Cooky Bunnies, guys. Can you guys believe it? 50 Cooky Bunnies on YouTube. Can you guys believe that we are at 50 Cooky Bunnies? Thank you all so much. Actually, let me check. Hold on, let me check. It might have changed. It might have changed. Hold on, let me check. Hold on. Yeah, it has changed. It's 51 now. But yes, thank you all so much for 50 cookie bunnies. I am so honored and so shocked by all of your guys' love and support. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you guys' love and support. I really appreciate it so much. So thank you all so much for you guys' love and support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. Hopefully next week we will have a celebratory stream. Hopefully on YouTube. And yeah. Alrighty, Cookie Nation. I think that's it. Okay, so thank you all so much. I hope you guys found this tutorial very helpful, especially when you guys are editing your guys' models. Okay, the next stream is going to be, I think, either tomorrow or Monday, because I know the schedule is being released, gets released every Sunday, so the schedule gets released every Sunday. And then, yeah. So, stay tuned for the schedule, guys. The schedule should be released, this Sunday. So, please stay tuned. Alright, everybody. The next stream will be on this link over here. So, I will show you guys where you guys can watch the next stream. So, the next stream will be on this account. So it is on this account. Let me show you guys. You guys can check it out. So we will be streaming on this link. So the next stream will be on this link. So yeah, so thank you guys all so much. I hope that this week we'll be able to do another YouTube live stream. In the meantime, please go check out the link over there in the chat. We do have a lot more streams over there on the link. So do feel free to follow me on the website if you guys all want to check it out. In the meantime, Cookie Nation, thank you all so much for today's Streamer Code episode. I hope today was extremely helpful. And I hope you guys really enjoyed watching me make the model and showing you guys how to make it. Hopefully today's tutorial was very helpful. So yeah, thank you all so much, everybody. Okay, everyone, I think that's it for today. We're gonna end the stream from here on out. Thank you all so much for your guys' love and support. We'll see you guys, I think, tomorrow or today or later today. All right, we'll see you guys later, Cookie Nation. Alright, Cookie Nation, you guys all take care now. Thank you all so much for your guys' love and support. Alrighty, let's go. Right, everybody, thank you so much. I hope to see you guys later. Bye-bye. Thank you.